Good evening, option traders. This is Sam, the Trader Geek, with your Thursday night options video review. My voice sounds strange. It's a little bit of a cold, but here we'll give it a try. We're looking at the daily SPX chart, and you can see that we're a little bit above the implied move, the expected move at the upper end, which is at 53.39. So we're about 14 points above it. We have the non-farm payrolls report in the morning, and we'll see if that takes us further outside of the weekly expected move. Recall that was about 61 points for the week. And if we look at the range of where we've traveled this week, it's been more than double that. 128 points we've moved in the SPX since Monday. So those 61 points were meager, as I pointed out in the Sunday video. And for tomorrow, we'll see that we have about a 34-point move expected. And with non-farm payrolls, I can imagine we could travel twice as many points, and we'll see if we end up above the expected move or inside the expected move. But if we go back to the chart, you can see that the lower bound of the expected move would be at 52.16 if the market doesn't like the payroll number, assuming it comes in too strong. So good week so far. We're up above last week's close, roughly about 77 points. So the bulls have the advantage here. Taking a look at today's action, you can see here that we started out strong and we kind of weakened. The Qs started up 15 basis points and then ended up down a little bit. Oddly enough, ARKK, Kathy Wood's fund, was down at the open and closed pretty strong, 1.38%, whereas small cap growth was the worst performing index on the day, and the rest were kind of flat. And you can see here the closing range wasn't anything to write home about, the best being SPY and ARKK holding in about 72% of the range on the day. As you can see, today's change, the advantage was clearly to the gold miners, but even those faded from the open. So we opened up 3.5%, didn't go anywhere all day, and ended up closing up 3%. Still a lot better than the sea of red you see in all the industries here. The only other 1% movers were metals and mining, up 1.1% to go with the gold miners, and a little bit of strength in the transports and consumer discretionary. Cryptocurrency stocks were strong, up 1.2%, and we had poor performance from the biotechs. Again, they can't seem to get in gear and keep going for any length of time. Home builders were down 1.2%, but as you saw today, kind of a consolidation day ahead of non-farm payrolls. The market mover will probably be tomorrow. And given that we have an FOMC meeting next week, historically or seasonally, Friday and Monday before the FOMC meeting tend to be a little bit weak. And then we get a little bit of a turnaround Tuesday before the meeting results. And that's anyone's guess what might happen. So let's take a look at the VIX and see that how the VIX options are trading. We closed at about 12.5, let's say, for the day. And if we go 1 point out of the money to the 13.5, so trading, let's say, for 55 cents. And if we go 1 point out of the money on the put side, they're basically no bid. And so we're about 20 times, but it's a lot clearer if we go out 40 days. Let's take a look at the 13.5s. These are trading for about $1.55. And if we go to the 11.5s, these are trading for about 7 cents. So definitely some risk being priced in according to the VIX options, but I don't think we'll see any significant move in the market until after we hear from the Fed and figure out whether the possibilities for a September rate cut are going to happen. I don't think that it will. Not so close to an election, but stranger things have happened with the Fed. With that said, let's take a look at our open trades and then call it a night. And we'll start from the top. Looking at ARKK, strung together a few strong days, and I've put a new stop in place so that if the ARKK takes out today's high, we want to close out of this and kind of take our money and run. Probably should have closed it out yesterday with the SPY puts, but I wanted to have something on after non-farm payrolls, and this was a kind of a cheap way to go. We've got 66 cents left in here, and if the non-farm payroll number is stronger and it disappoints, we may see some downside. These have until the 28th of June, so we've got a lot of time. But if we take out yesterday's high, it's time to close the books on these puts and move on. CCI, not doing a whole lot. We're up 10% on these short puts. The DIA was really strong out of the gate this morning, but kind of faded. We haven't gotten past target 2. We got our next target at 1120, but so far so good on this one. We're looking kind of to get the next profit target to be a double of what we paid on the calls. DPZ, kind of disappointing after a strong start. We haven't gotten to our first target yet. I may look to change that first target if we see some strength here before additional weakness. It looked really good on the day we put it on, but it's not so hot. Let's call it a bull flag for now and see what happens. Google stringing together a few solid up days. I know the percent P&L on this looks kind of funky, but when you start with a credit and you move up to 64 cents, it's kind of like dividing by 0. You get a huge number, but we're looking for $1.50 as our next target as far as a profit to take. And then we also have the short puts in Google, which expire on the 21st. That's in a couple of weeks. We're up about 62%. Nothing to do there. Hood or Robinhood had a pretty good day. We're on our way to a nice full profit on this one, up 60% on those. Microsoft coming back. Again, didn't get a chance to really roll these, but I think we're going to get our chance. They're down to 46 cents. We're at 95%. I'm going to be pretty looking for an opportunity to roll these. NVIDIA, the put spread, up 73%, expires on the 21st. I don't think we'll be seeing the 1020 strike anytime soon unless things weaken considerably. Then we have bigger problems than our put spread here. NVO, pretty good day today, stringing together a few strong days. We're up about 200%. We're waiting for a $6 target next on this one, and I should take away the highlighting from that one and focus on the third profit target, which is $6. PSTG holding in pretty well. We're waiting to take our next target. We're at $7.28, and $8 is our next target. So nice to see that one working out for us. The Starbucks, also working in our favor. We're a bit away from the next price target, but can't complain about the action in Starbucks, up 38% on this one at the moment. SoFi puts, long-term slow trade, all the way out to January. What can I say? We'll just let this one decay over time. Spotify was a put spread we put on today, looking like it's pulling back in a bull flag. I have a little bit of concern on the divergence on the momentum, but maybe it will right itself soon, and then we can put on a call spread to be financed by this put spread we sold. But down 8% first day, no big deal. The SPY put we closed yesterday, or if you didn't close it yesterday, you would have closed it today. So we recorded a 32% profit on this particular series. And then we have TTD. We're on our second price target. Started out strong out of the gate today and then kind of fizzled a bit, but we just started on this trade. It has till July. We're up 31% on it, and we already took target number one. Vertex stringing together a series of nice days, and our underlying is already exceeded the upper strike of our call spread, and we may not get much more expansion than we have right now, but I'll keep an eye on this, and I may decide to lower this next price target and maybe swap out to a different spread since it's moved so quickly and beyond the target in our spread. Well, that's all I have for you today. Wish you a happy non-farm payrolls tomorrow and good luck and good trading tomorrow. This is Sam the Trading Geek saying good trading and good night.